Hello everyone and welcome back to Command & Conquer. So as you can see, we've made quite some progress and mostly reduced Nod to Southeastern Europe, even though for some reason Belarus has turned from pro-GDI to neutral, but yeah, whatever. So now we have the choice between Romania and Slovenia, and since I usually start with the western missions and then go east, I'll start with Slovenia.
Attention. Stand by for Tiberium Dangers update. Tiberium is named after the Tiber River in Italy where it was first discovered. There are now more than 200 areas of the Earth affected by Tiberium deposits. Tiberium appears to be spreading by means of conveyance unknown.
Dr. Mobius, tell our viewers just what Tiberium really is.
Molecularly, it's a non-carbon-based element that appears to have strong ferrous qualities with non-resonating reversible energy that has a tendency to disrupt carbon-based molecular structures with inconsequent and unequal positrons orbiting on the first, second, and ninth quark rings.
Whoa, is that good or bad?
Well, let me put it this way, Eddie. The possibilities of Tiberium are limitless.
Well, now let me ask you, by limitless, you say that...
We now know that not only does Tiberium leach elements from the soil, but it appears to also leach vital nutrients from all plant life. Human contact with Tiberium is extremely toxic and often fatal. Exposure should be avoided.
Commander, you've been hustled. The UN wasn't against me. Not all of them, at least. But we had to play that little game to lull Kane into a false sense of security. I've unlocked some new UN funding. It should help take care of this madman for good. Morelli, we got some new toys for you. You've read the classified briefings about Orca, and here she is. I need you and Morelli to take a couple of these babies up and put them through the mill. Concentrate on a radius of 50 miles around Trieste, Slovenia, and see what you can scout up.
Okay, here we go. So we got a new toy, the Orca, and the Orca is, well, it's not really a chopper because it doesn't chop, but some sort of hover helicopter thing. Yeah, well, I'll going to demonstrate what exactly it is later. But first, let's take care of this turret here, because this map is full of them, and yeah, this one's probably going to get into the way of my Tiberium harvester, if I let it, and I don't want that, so... Ooh. Yeah, and there's some Tiberium, excellent. Ooh, and there comes Nod, and they have flame guys, as usual, so... Whoop, this is tiny bit hectic. And they also have bazooka infantry, as usual. So let's get a weapons factory going, and let's scout a little bit with our Humvees. I want to see what's over here. And that song in the background is one of my favorite songs, Mechanical Man. It's so catchy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, there's more Tiberium, but there's also more gun turrets. Yeah, and it's pretty obvious. You're supposed to build Orcas and then take out these gun turrets, but the problem is Orcas are kind of expensive. I think a single pad with an Orca costs something like 1,000 or maybe 1,500 credits. And Orcas are more for like airstrikes. they aren't really suitable for defending your base. So for now, I'm just going to stick with medium tanks, as usual.
Construction complete.
So I do want to have barracks.
Construction complete.
So there's a really narrow canyon here, so I could just sandbag this canyon because I never shoot at sandbags, but that's really cheap and I don't want to do that, so let's just kill these rocket guys and more guys and leave my harvester alone. Ooh. And I see that artillery. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I have to be careful here. Those, you see, my weapons factory is half dead, so whoa. Yeah, weapon factories are pretty large targets, so they're also easy targets for, yeah, here you see it, helipad. 1,500 credits, or US dollar, whatever. Yeah, so you can see these factories are easy targets, so artillery will pretty much hit them all the time, as opposed to small targets like moving tanks, which aren't really hit all the time. So yeah, let's keep an eye on these hills here. And I want to repair pad. Oop, not tanks. Oh, leave my tower alone. I actually like attacks by not tanks better than all those waves of infantry, because they're just easier to deal with, because infantry is pretty versatile and you have those flame guys and the bazooka guys and the normal infantry and the grenadiers and everything. So yeah, and I think I'm going to risk destroying these turrets here, because yeah, you go to the back, because I'm going to need to destroy them sooner or later anyway to access this Tiberium here, so I might as well do it now while I'm not attacked. And yeah, you're damaged, so take this one with that other guy in the back. So yeah, here we go. Unfortunately, orcas aren't all that strong, and they're pretty solid. But the thing is, they always have to return to their helipad, so you can't just build an orca and then have it hover over the battlefield and pick up everybody who's not armed with something that's a rocket, like a bazooka guy, and who can shoot at air units, like, let's say, the choppers in Command Conquer Generals. So yeah, you have to like use them more for airstrikes. And that makes them a little less useful, because it makes them hard to control. You can't really control them in the air, you can only tell them to float here, float there. So yeah, and they're also pretty weak. Well, they're not terribly weak, but generally spoken, you need something like 6 or 7 orcas to reliably take out something like a turret, if there are other units around, because otherwise we'll just be repaired. And if you have something like a SAM site, SAM sites are actually pretty tough, especially when they're closed, so you will need a lot of orcas, because the SAM site will melt those orcas like butter. So let's just repair these tanks here. Oop. Come on, not units. There we go. And my tanks are badly damaged, so I think I want a second refinery. Yeah, for now I can repel all these attacks, so I don't really need more tanks right now. Of course I will need more tanks later on, but for now I should be good. And no, there's no more artillery. And I have some blossom trees here, excellent. Yeah, we saw those blossom trees in the cutscene, and those blossom trees will always spawn Tiberium, so at least in theory, once there's a blossom tree on the map, you're never going to run out of Tiberium entirely. So yeah, this is a pretty large field, so we should be good. You stay here. Yeah, there are a lot of gun turrets on this map, so it's a little bit annoying, because it makes exploration a little bit more difficult. And yeah, the other thing with the orcas is that you can't really explore with them, so there's no real opportunity for you to like scan the entire map with them and then destroy all the isolated buildings. Instead you have to explore with vehicles, and then you have to send your orcas after those gun turrets, so yeah. Let's just say air units became more useful in later games. Actually, the Orca is kind of similar to the allied Hint helicopter from Red Alert, but I think the Hint it feels more powerful and seems to be more useful. But one thing that makes the Orca a little bit better than the Nod Apache, which is pretty much just like the Apache helicopter from real life, is that the Apache is a little bit weaker because it only has like a machine gun or a minigun or whatever. And the Apache can't attack other air units because it doesn't have rockets, it only has that one, like, as I said, machine gun or automatic gun or whatever you call it. So yeah, that makes Orcas a little bit more useful because they can actually take down Apaches. But for some reason, Nod never used Apaches in the campaign. You can't use Apaches and Nod can't, so the AI Nod will never use Apaches, which is a little bit weird. I can understand that you as the human aren't supposed to use certain technologies because this game keeps you alone the tech tree and it's supposed to be difficult, but I don't really know why the AI wouldn't get that privilege, because it's not exactly that Apaches are terribly overpowered or anything. And what makes the game a little bit more interesting, the one reason might be that the only anti-air I have at the moment are those rocket guys, and later on maybe that mobile artillery. So at the moment I'm a little bit low on the possibility to actually counter any form of air attacks, even though rocket guys are pretty good. A couple of rocket guys scattered in my base would probably just shred Apaches, and even if they would get killed, they would still be able to shoot down one or two of them, so I'd still end up doing more damage to Nod than Nod would take from me. Sorry, doing more damage from Nod than I would take from Nod, so yeah, it'd still be okay. So, whoop, more turrets. Should have brought those other tanks, but never mind. Come on. Yes, now you get those turrets, and it's pretty much needed because Nod's heaviest unit is their light tank. Yeah, they have nothing more than a light tank because they are a terrorist organization, so they don't have a massive conventional military. They rely more on militia and guerrilla tactics and everything. So yeah. Ooh, and I sense vehicles coming. Ooh, it's bazooka and a combination with a Nod buggy. So yeah, let's hope these guys run into... Yeah, they do. Ooh, almost died. I think I'm going to buy a second one because it's only just $500 and it's pretty useful against infantry. I just wish all the guard towers on range would be better because it's... Yeah, it's one weakness because it's outranged by half the units in this game, like all the tanks and everything. So let's build a helipad just to... and it looks like I don't even need a communication center to build a helipad, which is a little bit odd. I expected to need one, so more turrets. Ooh. What are you doing? And I lost attack. That was bad. But oh, light tank. Whoa. So, the communication center first, so I have a radar, which might actually be useful in this mission because it's a little bit difficult to get an overview here. Yeah, as I said, I tested this game in widescreen, not full widescreen, but even like a reduced form of widescreen, but still a widescreen ratio. But it really caused a couple of graphical glitches, and it's not really needed. I mean, the field of view I have is already beyond what we had in the mid-90s, and it's still sufficient. It's not like you really need it. Okay, let's end this for now. And the helipad builds really fast. So let's repair these tanks first. That lone guy, I think he came out of the gun turret. Now he's angry. He wants revenge, and now he's dead. Yeah, those helipads, they're built in no time. So let's build one here. And that's our Orca. So as you can see, the Orca has limited ammunition, and you can send it to fly somewhere, and you can't really control it. You always have to give it an objective. And Orcas have these rockets here. They are not terribly precise, and they only have a couple of them, but they are pretty good against pretty much everything. That's another advantage the Orca has over the Apache. But the Apache isn't really good against heavy vehicles, it's better against infantry and light vehicles.
Construction complete.
I think this is an old tank or so. And Nod isn't really sending out all that many units. In the previous mission they used to send out way more stuff. Maybe this is a little bit of a breather mission. But yeah, to be honest, the missions in these games, they don't really get progressively harder. Well, they do get harder in general. But as you've heard, we have lured Kane into a trap and basically used his own weapons, the media, against him. Because he thought that UN had cut our funding when they actually hadn't. Whoa, that's a lot of guys. So let's kill this artillery first because it's pretty weakly armored. And now we have secured more funding and we're better off. And we're no longer down to like half our strength here. Seems to be a wrecked vehicle or something. Ooh, there's metal Tiberium. That's good to know. And this actually makes a couple of the following missions easier than the previous missions. Which makes sense story-wise, but gameplay-wise you would think that missions get progressively harder, not really easier as the game comes. I mean, they're not terribly easy, but they're not as hard as some of the missions we've played so far. As you can see, Nod is barely attacking me. And they're sending out more armor, which actually makes it a little bit easier because let's destroy this church and see what there's great inside. Nope. It makes it a little easier because my tanks are better against the armor. I mean, I could build more anti-infantry, but I don't really want to. And wow, we found the Nod base. Ooh, and there was should I kill? I'm so tempted to kill the harvester. Ooh, and there's a good, very tight spot here because I've already depleted this Tiberium field. So yeah, I'm switching topic too often. So let's get some reinforcements down here. And let's cut off this harvester here. There we go. And let's kill off some vehicles. We caused quite a lot of damage. That was worth it. So let's call it some reinforcements and let's finish off these guys here. And then let's go home and repair our tanks. They probably just built a new harvester, but it's already there. But still worth it because I lost quite a lot of stuff and I only lost a handful of tanks. And this is a very nice spot for like cutting off the harvester. So let's prepare this guy here. Ooh, with that Nod tanks out for revenge, I should probably not use these guys to fight it. And its turret is already aiming at whatever target it wants to attack. That's kind of cute. So let's prepare this guy here. Well, I could attack this base, but there's a SAM site here, so there's just no way that's going to happen. But you know what? Let's attack their harvester. Or one of their harvesters, that is. Once the harvesters are actually not not close to the SAM site. And you can actually do some exploration with an air vehicle. I'll demonstrate it so I can fly here. Then reveal a little bit of Shroud of War, and then I can do this. But it doesn't really work all that well. Whoa, no, don't attack the civilians. As you can see, if I just fly through Fog of War, I won't really explore stuff. Yeah, but this is a little bit tedious. BMT is still more effective, so let's repair this tank here. during the Nod campaign, GDI or Kane uses orcas, but they usually only have like 2 or 3. And you can just shoot them down and they will not rebuild them, or they will rebuild them, but it will cost so much money. Yeah, I can now build single orcas, but they cost 1,200, so building another pad and then selling that pad is more economic. And to be honest, unless you plan to like strike at an enemy base only once, you should always build a 1 pad per orca, because otherwise you have to like put this orca down and put another one on this helipad, so it's pretty annoying micromanagement. So yeah, do not recommend it. What I also do not recommend is building a second harvester without building a refinery, because harvesters are pretty expensive. Again, building a second refinery and then getting the harvester and selling it is actually more efficient. Unless the harvester is currently unloading Tiberium, then you will sell it too, so don't do that because you won't get money for the harvester. But if you have, let's say, 2 or 3 harvesters per refinery, then those harvesters, they will get in one another's way, they will get blocked, you have to like untangle them and everything, and it's just annoying. Actually, let's build an APC for exploration. Where are these guys even harvesting? It looks like they're harvesting up there. You're going to find out sooner or later. So, here we go. I like the APC because it's relatively heavy and it's fast. And it can squish infantry. And you all like to squish infantry. You too like it, admit it. Ooh, there's their Tiberium field, which I can't access, but that's okay. And there's another turret. So let's prepare this APC and let's send this guy here 1,000. Let's attack the turret just to see how much damage I actually do. Yeah, that's not even half its health, so I'd really need like 3 of them, and then Nod will start repairing the turret, so I might need maybe 4 or so, and then they send a bazooka guy, because Nod loves bazooka guys, and then they're going to like shoot down one of my orcas, which was $1,200, so yeah, just forget about it. Should I attack the base head on? Yeah, I don't really think I can attack those harvesters without getting in range of those defenses, so yeah, let's attack this first, and then let's get rid of that obelisk of light. Come on, kill it. Which is thankfully weakly armored, so let's just move to their base and let's get rid of the barracks first, because barracks suck. And that Nod turret is actually destroying their own concrete walls. Kind of funny. So, here we go. So, let's destroy this one here too. Well, let's go for the airfield. Then let's go for bazooka guy here. And squish these guys. And let's go for the Hand of Nod again. Yeah, I could just destroy their construction yard, but they will spam more units and I will deplete their reserve this way. And as you could see, they can just build 2 guys at once, because the AI isn't really building stuff, they were just spawning it more or less, so yeah, they're cheaters. But yeah, it's the AI in a mid-90s game, so what do we expect? Ooh, and bazooka guy is brave. And now he's dead. Oop, yeah, they're building another airfield, so... Well, they have quite a lot of money. I have to give them that. That technician died. A terrible death. These Tiberium silos will not spawn Tiberium. In later games, when you destroy a Tiberium silo, they will actually leave a small Tiberium patch, and that patch can grow. And more flamethrower guys, really. Yeah, as you can see, they're building flamethrower infantry. Actually, they shouldn't even be allowed to build flamethrower infantry, because you need to be high up the text tree, which this computer isn't, and they're really rebuilding the Tiberium silos. Yeah, that's totally worth it. They're so tactically important, especially if you're out of mine. So, man, and they do have a lot of power plants. So, yeah, what I wanted to say about half an hour ago is that As not, you really need those gun turrets because you need to counter GDI armor. And the heaviest armor you have are light tanks. And 2 light tanks can destroy a medium tank, but 2 light tanks will also cost you about $1,200. So yeah, you will need 50% more money to do that. So yeah, it's not really worth it. When you have the opportunity to build GDI tanks, do it. So let's destroy. There might be another SAM site at the back of the base, or maybe not. Let's check it out. No, it doesn't look like it. So let's just destroy these silos, that guy and that turret, and we should be good. Whoop, and let's build more stuff. This mission was actually pretty easy. I expected it to be harder. And I don't really know why Nod wasn't sending more guys after me, because they really had the money, and they had 2 harvesters and everything, and they had a lot of Tiberium here. But yeah, whatever. I don't mind. So, come on, where are you going? This APC went here for some reason. Okay, so let's end this mission. Oh, and I see there's actually a SAM site down here, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. Let's just go turret first. Yeah, then it should be good. I haven't really utilized the Orca that much. Actually, let's attack the SAM site and see how well my Orca does. Spoilers, not very well at all. Yep, and there we go. SAM site lost something like a quarter of its health or so. So you need something like 4 or 5 Orcas to attack on SAM site, and you're still going to lose at least 1 Orca and probably have another one down to half health or so. And we're still not done. Okay, so let's explore a little bit more. Maybe there's SAM site here, or SAM sites down here.
Building.
So maybe there's someone here. You never know. So yeah, let's explore this area where civilians happily wander among Tiberian fields. Here we go.
Construction complete.
Okay, that's a little bit odd. Oh, and I squished a civilian. Sorry. Oh, yeah, there's no SAM site. There we go. Then we should be good.
First mission accomplished.
Yep. That was GDI mission 8. As you could see, the Orca can do all kinds of cool stuff during the initial cutscenes, but can't really do that during the mission. So, actually, why do I? Oh yeah, I lost that one church I deliberately destroyed. Yep, sorry about that, but still the most successful mission so far. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Take care and goodbye.